Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the T&T Podcast. As always, it's your boy Tyler Layfield, and I'm joined by the whole crew today. We got Torres Finney, we got Jackson Caudill about to get married here soon, and we got Kobe Reed about to be a father like myself. Man, we got some big stuff coming here, man. We're excited. How y'all doing?
Doing good, brother. How's everything going?
Awesome.
Good, good. I see everybody. All y'all definitely got the women, getting the babies. Oh man, oh man, family. I love it.
And everybody is just 100% happy. My wedding is smack dab in the middle of football season, right?
Thanks, Jackson.
I don't know what possessed you to do that one, but also
nothing possessed me to do it. I follow orders, is why.
Krista.
That's fair. Good man.
Well, today, what brings us back, man? We try to do this at least every year. We try to get an SEC preview in, so we're going to be doing this. Of course, tensions get high sometimes. We all have varying opinions. I'm sure Kobe's going to end up raising his voice at me at one point or another in this. Probably something to do with it, LSU being overrated or me being too down on Alabama. But we'll see how this thing kind of works today, and we can kind of go through like where we have each team being pegged, wins and losses wise, and we're going to go through some dark horses, some favorites we have to win in the league, and potentially national championship, and then some flops, some teams that we see that may not be doing as well this year. So. Let's go ahead and let's get into the dark horses first. So, if we're going to say them, we're going to classify a dark horse. It's like a team that we think is going to kind of exceed expectations. It's going to come out of nowhere a little bit of, in a sense, outside of their own fan base. The expectations to do something pretty good, to maybe win some games they otherwise probably wouldn't be deemed to win, and then maybe go on to actually push for something greater. So, I'm going to tip this over to Jackson, who's been working on some college football stuff. I know he's staying on top of it. He's covering Georgia Tech. He's covering Virginia. He's covering Virginia Tech. This guy is in depth. So let's see what he's got as a dark horse. Who's your first one, man?
Well, it does, and all those teams you listed are in the superior conference, the Atlantic Coast Conference. But I will hop on and talk a little inferior football today. My dark horse, and I'm a little worried because they're kind of getting gassed up a little bit this offseason. But I'm going to go with Oklahoma. I don't see how they're not better. Just the new offensive coordinator, getting the arguably one of the best QBs in the portal, John Material. Jaden Ott from Cal, who was a all Pac-12, all ACC, when Cal moved over there. The offensive line has to be better. They went through so many injuries on the offensive line and the receiver position last year. And the thing is, their defense was already really good last year, and they're bringing almost everybody back from it. So I feel like it's Oklahoma. It's just, you can say this about so many SEC teams, but their schedule is just brutal. I feel like we're going to get a really good idea of how good they are when they host Michigan week 2, and then they have just a brutal stretch right there in the middle of the season. But I really like Oklahoma. Whenever I'm picking dark horses, I'm trying to pick somebody who I actually think if everything went right, they can win the conference. I'm not going to sit here and say somebody I don't think can win it, but I think if everything clicked, it wouldn't surprise me if Oklahoma won 10 games and found themselves in Atlanta at the end of the season.
Yeah. So I actually have Oklahoma going 9-3 in my predictions. What did you kind of have them at?
I ended up with 8-4.
8-4.
I couldn't go more than 8-4, and I think there's just so many toss-up games and so many games where I think that they're going to be underdogs. They
Who'd you have them losing to?
They have to go to Alabama. They have to play Texas. I don't think Auburn is necessarily going to be an easy game. I know, I'm not
Michigan.
super high on Auburn. I think they beat Michigan.
Still got to play LSU.
You still got to play LSU.
Somebody at the same LSU that Kobe cracks on every year.
Rightfully so. I've been correct. At least the last 3 or 4 years, I've been right about them. Have I not?
But then, you're sitting here putting respect on them. Hey, you still got to play LSU.
Look at the roster. We'll get into that. We'll get into that.
All right, so Jackson, I'm on the same ship. I actually do. I'll pick a different dark horse here in a second, but I actually agree with Jackson's take here on Oklahoma being a team to kind of look out for. Do y'all kind of agree with that as well, or no?
I'm not too sold on Oklahoma.
I can't do it, and it's not so much because
all right, parity.
It's not so much because of Oklahoma. It's because of who they got to play. Outside of Florida, Oklahoma has the hardest schedule in this conference, and it's not close. Alabama, Texas, and LSU, that's 3 losses right there. So are you going to guarantee that they're going to be Auburn and Arkansas and who else?
They got South Carolina on the road and Tennessee on the road.
Yeah.
Two
two teams
in the
in
country.
I think John Mateer was the best quarterback in this transfer portal, no doubt. And all the reports that I'm hearing out of Auburn is that Oklahoma has already improved at the quarterback position while Auburn is still Auburn. Like, apparently Jackson Arnold just really isn't that good of a quarterback, so they got to progress at that position. If their defense can play physical like they did last year in times, I think they could be good, but that schedule's still just too hard to overcome.
That schedule is nasty. It is. That's tough.
Is there a tougher 7-game stretch in the country than Texas at South Carolina, Ole Miss at Tennessee, at Alabama, Missouri, and LSU?
I forgot about
it's pretty tough.
That's 7 straight games.
Yeah,
it's pretty tough.
That's what I'm saying. Like that. I mean, you can have them as a dark horse, but like, look at that 7-game stretch. Good Lord. Welcome to the SEC.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
I will throw in an extra dark horse for you, and it's not. I don't really love this team, but their schedule for an SEC schedule is pretty soft, and it's Missouri. Like you remember a couple years ago.
I'm not in on that one. I'm not in on that one.
I'm saying just purely schedule based.
Schedule based.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Not a hard schedule when it comes to like SEC standards. Like
yeah.
You avoid Alabama. You avoid.
Well, don't talk about SEC standards because Texas last year is
true.
Complete definition of SEC.
You get Arkansas, you get Mississippi State, you get Vanderbilt, you get Auburn, you get South Carolina, Kentucky. You're right. I mean, they got A&M in there.
They were 9-3 at the end of the season, but they may not be as good as their record suggests they are. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. All right. So, Kobe, what's a dark horse? Who's a dark horse for you then?
I feel like I say this every year. I know me and Jackson have talked about them in recent years. I'm a Beamer boy, bro. I love South Carolina. Like, I feel like they've been trending upwards. I really have. And last year, I mean, they finished 9-3. That's their best season they've had in some years.
Mm-hmm.
Lenora Sellers is a dude, bro. Like, there's no other way to chop it up about him. He's a dude. We saw him take over games late. We all like. If I'm putting all bias to the side, he was one play away from beating Alabama. I don't know if y'all remember how that game ended. He just threw up a late last play.
They got that onside kick.
We were able to take it. Yeah, like he almost beat Bama. Like he's a great dude. And then you got the edge rushing duo, their D line. Dude,
you're not worried about the guys they lost in the draft?
You said what?
You're not worried about the guys they lost in the draft because they lost quite a bit.
Because they got a bunch of young guys. Look at the young guys they had that made impacts last year.
I mean, Dylan Stewart, right?
Dylan Stewart is a dog. That entire front
educate me more.
For them was their strength of their defense last year.
So Dylan Stewart, I'm seeing Brian Thomas, Nick Barrett. Okay. All right. I see where you're getting at.
I like them. Could they go 9-3? Yeah, I honestly think that's a big ask because they do not have the roster that a lot of other SEC teams have. But just the way that they're built and the way Shane Beamer runs it, if they go 9-3 again and maybe find a way to scrape into the playoffs, it wouldn't surprise me this year.
Okay. All right. Torres, what about you, man? Who's a dark horse for you?
I would say a dark horse for me this year would be probably – I've been looking at, South Carolina. That is a good one. Mm-hmm. But I'm looking at Tennessee a little bit.
I don't know what to do with them.
Look.
You lost me.
And it's not because I'm here in Tennessee. No, it's not because of that. It's because last year, they had like a little bit of an up and down season, but they're a team that is still doing really good in recruiting, and they're bringing in a lot of guys. Maybe from what I'm hearing around guys in this area, that they're stacking their team. But then again, it could be the Tennessee thing. I don't usually listen to it. Tennessee fans are similar to Dallas Cowboy fans for me. They always repeat the same thing. But from some of the players that I have seen, I actually could see them having a little bit of a better season this year.
Who have you seen?
They had a few wide receivers that come from some of the schools that's in Knoxville, that obviously from that area, that are really good. And that was another running back that they had. I want to know. I think he came from I think he came from Georgia, not the university, but like the state of Georgia.
I see a Deshaun Bishop at running back.
Joey Aguilar.
Joey Aguilar,
the quarterback. They basically
the new quarterback
with Nico from UCLA.
Yeah.
Wow,
I don't know what to do with
I don't know enough.
Jackson, I feel like Jackson knows because I know Jackson remembers what he did at App State.
He was a good G5 quarterback. I don't think he is an SEC quarterback.
I'm not buying
him. I'm really down on him.
I'm not buying him.
Here's my thing about it. Nico wasn't good last year. I'm sorry.
He wasn't.
Nico was basically
he beat up on bad teams. That's what he did.
My word is like if your passing game is either as it stays the same as it was last year, even gets worse. Like you don't have Dylan Sampson to bail you out. You don't have a loaded D line to bail you out. Their secondary was, I thought, so overrated all year.
Their number one corner, Jared McCoy, he's done for the season. Number 3,
Blue Carter's gone.
You know, like last year, I worried about their secondary all year, and it kind of looked good when you weren't playing teams that could consistently throw the ball. And then Carson Beck let them up at the end of the season, and then like y'all remember what Ohio State did to them. So I don't know. I've got a lot of doubts about Tennessee.
Me too.
Yeah. Well, look at the schedule early on. I mean, yes, they got Georgia in the third game, but let's just say,
hey, buddy, you don't just skip over Syracuse like that.
Oh my gosh!
Battle of oranges.
Oh my gosh!
You think I'm
playing? Up until like obviously you got the Georgia game, and then 3 games later you got Alabama. I mean, a lot of those games are winnable. Now, because some of them be 50-50, depending on how they come out, it could be, but they still have a lot of good
Mississippi State, Arkansas. You doggone right. I think they can pull those off.
They should. I know. New Mexico State, Vandy. I mean, dude. I mean, their hardest games is Georgia, at Alabama.
I really do think week 1's going to be hard on them. I'm being honest with you. I really do. I do. You know how I feel about Fran Brown.
But I went ahead and got a piece of Tennessee minus 12.5, and it moved to 14.5. So I'm glad.
Hey, all right, ACC man. What's the deal on Syracuse then?
Syracuse literally loses everything from that team that was good last year. Kyle McCord's gone. Trevor Payne is at Penn State. Aronde Gadsden drafted. LaQuinn Allen drafted. Their defense wasn't good last year, and they lost basically all their production. Like, they don't even know who their quarterback is right now. It's just going to be a different –
Ain't it the Steve Angeli guy from Notre Dame?
Yeah, but, like, come on.
They got Cam Pringle, former 5-star offensive tackle. Yeah. They got Terrence Ferguson, Peach County's finest. I mean, come on, man. They're bringing in some dudes. Jonte Cook. You don't believe in Jonte Cook, the guy that's been suspended for multiple programs?
Was this his 5th team?
Yeah. I mean, they got talent, though, and I do think he can do something with it, man. I don't know, man. I really do think they're going to have a lot on their hands game 1. I really do. Chris Pill from Georgia.
It can, but
I think they can pull it off. I really do.
I'd lay points.
Yeah. All right. My dark horse, Kobe, plug your ears. Auburn. I got Auburn as a little bit of a dark horse here. I understand that he just got done talking about. I understand he just got done talking about how Jackson Arnold may not be. You can educate me on what you've been hearing because I really haven't been keeping up with camp reports like that with Auburn. But they start off with 3. I mean, I don't know. How do y'all feel about that week 1 against Baylor?
I think they'll beat Baylor.
You think they lose?
Baylor has significantly better quarterback play. I don't think people realize this.
Yeah, like I don't know if people realize how good Sawyer Robertson is and how the good stretch. Baylor would have been in the Big 12 championship last year if they hadn't given up that Hail Mary to Colorado. I mean,
yes, I remember that's right. Colorado.
It's in Baylor too, and you can't tell me you trust Hugh Freeze to go on the road and win a big game.
If we're talking about easier schedules, I'm going to be honest with you, though. They actually have a little bit of an easier schedule. I mean, y'all talk about they could lose to Baylor. Outside that, I mean, they do have Oklahoma, A&M, Georgia, but that's Georgia at home. We know how that can go, and we'll get into that later. Missouri, Arkansas, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, Mercer, and then finish with Bama. You know what I'm saying? It's really not the hardest when you look at it. There's a lot of easier winnable games, I feel like. I feel like Hugh Freeze is starting to feel a little bit of some pressure. I mean, I know I've seen some of the comments he's made. People obviously aren't, crazy about the records as of late. But, I mean, you do have Cam Coleman there. They do have Kobe's boy Eric Singleton, who he just lit me up about that Georgia didn't pick up. They do have some solid people there that I think they can do something with. I mean, Arnold does have his times where he's decent, or at least he did against Alabama last season. You know, he looked like a freaking Heisman candidate that game. And they are bringing back a lot on defense, along with bringing in a lot of transfers. So, I mean, we know how Auburn could be. I feel like that was an off year. You know, I thought there's a little bit of a bounce back coming. I really do. I feel like we're going to see a little bit more success from Auburn this year. And I hate that because I don't like Auburn at all. Y'all should know that. But I really do see them being a little bit of a dark horse this season.
I mean, looking at their schedule, I don't know. They got to go at Oklahoma in the week 4, at Texas.
Y'all just doubted Oklahoma.
Georgia's
at home.
That's a 50-50 game. Auburn at Oklahoma ain't a game where I'm like, oh my God.
Neither one of them are.
Neither one can do whatever.
Neither one of them are good. Like,
That's
I don't.
right.
Somebody's got to win. Somebody's got to lose.
You're right.
If
and
I put my money on it, I'm putting my money on Oklahoma. Like,
I would too. I'm telling you, I picked them to lose against Oklahoma.
Like, I hate to say this because Auburn actually has decent players outside of the wide receiver room. I just feel like people are seeing, oh man, Auburn might have like a top 5 wide receiver room, and they think they're just going to be good. No, everything
it don't work like that.
Everything I've heard is that Jackson Arnold is the same dude we saw at Oklahoma. Like,
no surprise.
Like,
you see what we saw last year?
But even if you put better wide receivers with them, which Auburn does have good receivers, that still doesn't mean how to read a defense. I mean, as far as Auburn's defense, they got one of the best linebacker edge guys, was named Kedrick Falk. I think he's one of the better guys in the SEC. I think they might have a dude in their safety room that's decent, but outside of that, I don't think their defense is just going to be much better. But also, I don't think Auburn's going to be able to throw or run the ball. Like, they got a great group of receivers, but how are you going to get them in rhythm?
Yeah, I don't know. I could see it. What do you have? What do y'all have Auburn finishing at? What's the record you got, Kobe? If you had to pick it,
I got it in my notes. I think Auburn at best can go 7-5. I mean,
think there's.
If you look at what Hugh Freeze has done in the last 3 years, I'm pretty sure he hasn't won more than 7 games in the last 3 years. Like, he's had a 7-6, 7-5, 6-6 record. Like, he's almost in the same boat as Billy Napier for me. I think Billy Napier kind of has a leg up because he's done a lot better recruiting. But as far as the hot seat, I think they're neck and neck because Auburn boosters are not going to tolerate another year of 6-6 or 7-5. Same with Napier, even though Napier kind of has a better excuse just because their schedule is probably second hardest in the country. But he's brought in talent. You got a potentially top 5 quarterback in the country. Like, I think Napier looks better as far as the future, but Hugh Freeze, this is make or break for him. I don't see any other thing.
Pressure's on. I feel like he's going to have to perform, man. I don't know.
They don't play well on the road either, and you have to go at Baylor, at Oklahoma, at Texas A&M, and Arkansas is not an easy place to play. I mean, Tennessee in there and lost. I mean, Arkansas can be an annoying team to play on the road. Like, I don't trust it.
I don't know when it's time for me to unveil like some crazy stuff, but I had them going 9-3.
Who?
Auburn. I got them.
What 9 games?
I'll unleash it now. I'll unleash it now.
Tell me what
9 games.
Let me just pop the top on this podcast. Yeah, I had them losing to Oklahoma at Oklahoma. I had them losing to A&M at A&M, and I had them losing to Arkansas at Arkansas. I had them winning every other game.
Oh my God!
Feel that one.
He's not serious. He's not serious.
I'm so serious.
You think
Tyler, you have them
Alabama?
Georgia?
I had them beating Georgia.
Look at me with a straight face right now and say Auburn definitively beats Texas A&M.
No, I don't think they're going to beat A&M. I had them losing to A&M.
So you said A&M, you said Missouri and what? Oklahoma or Arkansas?
I had them losing to Oklahoma, A&M, and Arkansas.
But he has them beating Alabama and Georgia.
Correct.
Do they play LSU?
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
They play Vanderbilt and Kentucky, right?
They do, and those are 2
Kentucky
winnable games.
Like, Vanderbilt's not going to be.
I'm really not even playing. I'm serious. I really do think they beat Georgia this year. That is at Auburn. Crazy stuff happens when they do it. And then I've been looking up the results of the Iron Bowl. Within the last recent history, every other year they at least make it close. I feel this year for them to pull out I'm every other year. Last year was a freaking Yeah, I don't want to say the word. It was a massacre. So I was thinking something else. I'm going to hold my tongue. I want to keep my job. But yeah, it was a beatdown. I think they're going to at least make it close this year. And if I got to pick something crazy to happen, why not take some magic in the Iron Bowl? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'll flip it on there.
Don't you wish that on
me? You just talking now. There's no way.
That's what I came out to.
Bro, they beat Georgia. I don't care what you said, dude. And then, bro, there's no beating Georgia and Alabama. You know, the last time they done that was the year they went to national championship.
I don't know. Hugh Freeze needs to keep his job, my man.
Wait.
Pull some stuff out.
The last time they beat Georgia and Alabama, was it not 2019?
No, 2017. My bad. I don't know why I'm thinking 2013.
No, was it not 2019? Am I tripping?
They didn't beat both in 2019. They did beat Georgia.
Oh, it was 2017. It was Bo Nix's freshman year, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. That was a crazy year.
That was a crazy year because they could have won. They could have been the first two losses in the 14 because it actually would have been.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I got. I got to pull some crazy stuff from time to time. I'm gonna whip it out every now and then.
I'm sure that's not even the craziest thing we're gonna hear from you for the rest.
You may not. They may not, my man. It may not. So
I'm actually with that, nobody said Texas A&M as a dark horse, but I think they're considered a team in the mix.
I don't trust the quarterback play.
I got A&M. I got A&M still doing pretty good. So I
think from a roster standpoint, I think they could possibly go toe to toe with some teams, but I had them middle of the pack, like 8-4 ish.
I got them 9-3.
They can't throw the ball. I mean, they're going to lose some games because they can't throw the ball.
I had them losing to Notre Dame, to LSU, and to Texas.
Okay.
I got them winning every other one, which I think every other one is winnable. I mean, University of Texas, San Antonio, who is that? Utah State, Auburn, Mississippi State, Florida, Arkansas, Missouri, South Carolina, Sanford. I think they can win every one of those. Especially South Carolina later in the year. Who knows? Maybe something happens to Lenore Sellers, throughout the year when him having to use his legs and all. Like that could be something that plays a part in it. I don't know. So
that's interesting. That's interesting.
I mean, he said 8-4, 9-3. I'm only adding on that South Carolina win.
That's probably where that's I thought 8-4 was a best case for Mike Elko's second year. Like if he gets 9,
you don't. I mean,
that's a conversation.
All he has to do is flip the South Carolina game. I guarantee you that's one of the 4 losses you had. Correct? Yeah. You had it probably being Notre Dame, LSU, Texas, and South Carolina. That's it. If I had to venture to guess, that would be what I thought.
That's cool.
So I mean, I think South Carolina could be a coin flip on that one. And I think
the breathing room for an upset.
It comes down to Marcel Reed. Like, are y'all putting that much weight on Marcel Reed?
I think it's going to be at Texas A&M too. That game, if I'm not mistaken, is it?
It is.
So I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like that does play a role here.
But like I said, you always got to leave breathing room in the SEC for an upset. All these teams, like last year. There was some game you're like, bro, how did they lose to this team? Like you're always gonna have that.
Oh yeah. So that's why I had Auburn dropping that one to Arkansas. Because Auburn, for as good as they do some stupid stuff like the very next week. So, you know what I'm saying? Arkansas, Jackson mentioned it. It could be a tough place to play sometimes. So, I don't know. Let's move on to the favorites. Kobe, go ahead. Hit us with it, man. Cue the music.
As far as my favorites, I got Texas and Bama making the SEC championship.
That was your favorite last year.
Yeah, I mean, if I'll elaborate on it,
elaborate.
At this point, you can't tell me Arch Manning isn't the best quarterback in the SEC. He has limited playing time whatsoever, but when I have seen him play, the dude has the it factor. If I'm being completely honest with you, and Tyler, of all people, knows how much I despise this man as a quarterback. Arch Manning reminds me of Joe Burrow. Like, they look very similar from a talent perspective, from a reading a defense perspective, the way their mind process. I think he reminds me of 2019 Joe Burrow, if I'm being honest with you. Will he have that good of a season? No, that's not what I'm saying whatsoever. But as far as a talent standpoint, I think that's what he could probably look forward to as far as his prediction as being an NFL quarterback.
All right,
Kobe Feinbaum.
Jesus.
You say what?
Kobe Feinbaum. You ain't let the man really get some, plays underneath his butt.
I'm telling you, like Texas roster for roster, Ohio State's going to tell me a lot about what Texas is this year.
That will be.
I was of the thought that if Texas played Arch Manning in the playoffs last year, I think that game turns out differently because I don't think Quinn Ewers had it like that.
Oh no, that yo, what are y'all doing?
I'm being honest. That's just how it is. I'll get into my Bama breakdown.
It could have been different, but I mean, if Sark, I don't know. Obviously, Sark saw something different where he stuck with Ewers. I mean,
You're right. It would have been different. The game
Put it
would have
this
been
way,
closer.
and y'all
was Sark on Bama's roster when when in that game where Tua came in the second half? Was he on the roster then?
No, that was like
Brian Dable.
That was 2016, right? So
yeah. Was
I
that
mean, but you
Brian
feel like he
Dable?
would have learned something like that from Saban. Like,
It
hey,
might have been Loxley. Now that I think about it, Brian Dable, Loxley, or somewhere in that mix.
Yeah, Sark was on the Falcons.
Yeah. You figured like you'd learn that from Saban. Like, hey, if this guy's not working, you can.
Hold on. Now wait a minute. What do you mean the guy's not working? The guy got them to the Final Four. Like, what
but you're capped.
When you watch that team, you could Quinn Ewers was not it.
No, he wasn't. But
he's good, but they're capped at what they can do.
But to bring in a very young Arch Manning,
I'm sorry, he's not very young. He was redshirted in year 2. He's started and won them games.
Brother,
you know what I mean?
He was not. He made a lot of turnovers in certain games, especially that Georgia game.
In the first Georgia game, he was a deer.
He did not play that great. I don't. We just can't be jumping.
Y'all don't remember the picture? Y'all don't remember the picture of him on the bench?
Did Quinn Ewers play better?
At the time,
neither one of them played good.
This is literally in the Jake Fromm Justin Fields argument. It's no different. It's you should have put in.
No.
Yeah, that's hindsight.
It's pretty similar. It is pretty similar. I ain't gonna lie, that is. I wanted Fields, but we didn't know how to use him.
I think it's going to go one of two ways. Either we're going to watch Arch Manning be as good as people think he is, and we're going to wonder this exact thing we're talking about is like, could Texas have won the national title if he would have played him over years? Or we're going to wonder why he sat behind a 7th-round draft pick. Like that.
I think it's going to be the latter. I think it's going to be the latter. We're like, why was this guy not freaking starting? All right, so you believe in Texas so much. What's their record? What do you got them finishing with? Anybody can answer this. Go ahead. I want to hear what y'all got.
11-1.
11-1, losing 2.
That's the toss up. Like, I just don't think they're going to go under. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say any team is going undefeated, but realistically, I see Texas going 11-1, but they could lose a game that it could end up being Ohio State week 1 and they end up trying to run the table. Could be Georgia.
Yes. There you go.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they play too good of teams for them not to come away with a loss. You know what I mean? Yeah. It could be either one.
They could go and lose.
I got them losing 2 games. I got them 10-2.
Same thing.
Ohio State and Georgia.
Correct. That's the right play.
Yeah, and if they go 10-2, I mean, Arch Manning still makes the playoffs. Like, I'm okay with that.
They should make the playoffs. Yeah,
they'll make the playoffs.
Like, I'm okay with that if I'm Texas for Arch's first year starting.
What about you, Jackson? What you got him going?
I actually have 11-1 because
losing to
that. I have them losing to Ohio State.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, and I say that I'm picking them to lose to Ohio State. I've got money on them to beat Ohio State because you can get them at plus. But
if that game is played on a neutral field or played in Texas, does that sway your opinion?
I would pick Texas to win. Yeah, like it's Ohio State's an
Ohio State's a really good team, man. Like, they're bringing.
They are, but then again, I know more about Arch Manning than I know about Julian Saying. You know what I mean?
I know, but like Ryan Day will get something going on with that. They got freaking Jeremiah Smith. They got Cardinal Tate. They got Brandon Ennis. You know what I'm saying? Like they've got dudes.
They got a squad,
and they're bringing back a lot of their offensive line. Okay,
but they lost the 1st-round offensive tackle and their entire
and their center. Yeah.
They're bringing in C.J. Donaldson. I don't know if y'all knew him, but he was a freaking cheat code in fantasy in that league we play in, Kobe, from West Virginia.
You're downgrading at running back.
Very much
correct. But very I mean, if you're filling him in, you're still doing somewhat good.
What's the biggest thing to help out a first-year starting quarterback?
A good run game, good offensive line. Yeah,
you got to be able to run.
Having Jeremiah Smith at wide receiver.
Jeremiah Smith covers a multitude of sins.
Yes, he does.
You got to have somebody to get him the ball.
I think Saint can do it, and then the defense is still freaking awesome too, man. Like, come on now, come on now.
Like everything we're talking about, we can
Texas.
repeat with Texas.
I'm not.
There's nothing Texas should be bad at this year. They got CJ Baxter coming back. We didn't even get to see him last year. What's his name? What's the other running back?
I'll agree with you. Colin Simmons and Anthony Hill. That's what I will agree with you on. Outside of that, I don't really. I'm not.
Right.
What?
DeAndre Moore, wide receiver. Ryan Wingo.
I'm talking about the defense. I'm talking about the defense, though. Like we're sitting here talking about, they have just as good defense. I'm looking at it. I don't see it like I do with Ohio State.
You got the best off-ball linebacker in the country, and you got arguably the best edge rusher in the country.
Who? Colin Simmons, Anthony Hill.
Anthony Hill. He is the best.
I said those two, but then tell me everything else. Tell me everything else.
Going to be really good. The D-tackle North Carolina.
What are we talking about? Have we not?
Travis Shaw had the pedigree, but if he couldn't work out at North Carolina, I don't think you can snap your fingers and then he's all of a sudden a freaking stud. I don't know.
Texas is the only team that can go with Ohio State in rosters. I don't even know if Bama can go with them in rosters.
Yeah, you're right there with them. Bama and Georgia in that mix too. I'll put both of them in that mix. I think we're starting to get on this circle jerk of Texas again, and we know how that ended last year. I'm not getting involved.
They made the playoffs.
They did. The whole time
they made the playoffs. Like
the whole time we were just like, Texas is awesome, and then I'm just like, really, I can sit here and pick out. I think their defense was better last year than it is this year.
Texas lost to the national champion, and they lost to the SEC champion.
There was not a single game where I was like,
they lost to the worst Georgia team in years.
Calling Texas
twice.
Like I knew Texas was going to win the game.
I'm holding on to that logic.
Up until the point they played Ohio State. Both times. Now the first time I was a little bit more nervous than the second time. The first time I was like, man, I don't know if we're going to go on the road and beat Texas. Once I saw how we played with the offense that we had, I'm like, oh, freak.
And we tried to give it away. And we had other things going wrong. There's no reason Georgia should have won both of them. I'm being honest with you. Georgia had no business winning both of those games, but yet they did.
Well, and that's why I asked.
And Texas had a more talented team than last year than they did this year.
Question. Like, that's why the question is Arch Manning.
All right. Was Texas's team better last year or this year? Answer that question for me.
I think this year's could be better. My biggest concern isn't even Arch Manning. It's the fact you lost Kelvin Banks and Cameron Williams to the draft, and one of their tackles just got hurt. Like that.
Freaking safety. They had that awesome corner, said that Barron or whatever. He was awesome.
Yeah. But they recruit as well as anybody.
we know that.
They're reloading at every position.
But you got it. It still takes experience. You still got to get time in. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he'll get his chops underneath him because there's no better game than to play the number one ranked team in the country game one. And even if you lose, it doesn't hurt you at all.
Yeah, better to lose early than late.
That's why I say they could go 11-1. Whether
after you play Ohio State, you got San Jose State, UTEP, Sam Houston, Florida, Oklahoma, Kentucky, Mississippi State, Vandy, and then you don't play another really, really hard team.
It's another pretty cake schedule
until Georgia.
Yeah, so, their schedule isn't the hardest.
You got Ohio State.
You got Georgia and
Ohio State. Georgia. And then that's really it.
Unless Florida out of nowhere give them
Florida ain't. God almighty, don't do this crap again. Florida ain't.
I'll talk to y'all about Florida when we get there. But I got certain questions.
Yeah. All right. So you talked about Texas. Tell me about Bama. Where do you have them finishing?
I've got Bama either going 12-2 or not 12-2, 10-2 or 11-1. I mean, honestly, I have no question about Bama whatsoever, like outside of the quarterback position. But no matter what happens, I think we have a luxury that not many other teams have, and that's we have 2 5-stars fighting for a starting spot at quarterback. Both of them very highly recruited. I think both of them are capable. I do think Ty Simpson is the guy. Best offensive line probably in the conference, if not the country. Wide receiver room's top 5. Running back room. Running back room's really what's going to make or break Alabama because we got to be able to run the ball outside of the quarterback position. That's what kind of screwed us over last year. It handicapped us in the worst way. We got talent on the O-line. We got talent in the running back room. Can we line up and run the ball downhill with our running backs? That's going to be the biggest question on offense, in my opinion. Secondary, I think they're top 5 in the country, if not number 1. Linebackers, we got a lot of experience that came back at linebacker. We got Justin Jefferson, Deontay Lawson. Then we got the grad transfer from Primetime, Colorado, Nakai Hill Green or something like that. Mm-hmm. And then 5-star unproven edge rushers, but their talent that's been there developing for the last 2 to 3 years. I think Bama can go 10-2. I think they make the playoffs. I think that's already a better season than what we looked at last year.
Yeah. Yeah, it can't get much worse than some of those losses from last year.
So I definitely think looking at Alabama, finally, we say this every year. Finally, we get over the hump. With them coming to Georgia without Nick Saban, finally, I definitely think Georgia finally gets this game. I definitely think they get this opportunity to be able to beat Bama at home. We get them right off a bye the same way they come off a bye. So, that's a big game for both of us, especially the week after we play Tennessee. So, looking at that, they got Vandy. They'll beat Vandy at home. They want that Vandy game back. Missouri, Tennessee at home, at South Carolina. That's a tough one. And anytime they play LSU, it's always a toss-up. I definitely think they can beat LSU this year. But who knows?
That game is in Tuscaloosa, correct?
That's right, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'll win
I'm
that
not
one.
Worried about that one.
So,
honestly, if I'm being honest, the two hardest games on Bama's schedule, in my opinion, is at Georgia and South Carolina. If I'm being completely honest with you,
and
that
Auburn.
South Carolina game scares me.
Figured I could sneak that one in there. I didn't get a response.
No, I didn't.
I said and Auburn. Yeah, that's the 3 losses I got. I got Bama going 9-3. I got Georgia, South Carolina, and Auburn pulling out a win against them. I still think y'all are awesome. I ain't gonna lie to you,
Tyler. I can't even entertain that.
It may not even happen. It may not. But I mean, I do think Georgia gets over the hump this year. I really do. I think they get.
If you think Bama loses to Georgia and Auburn in the same season, I don't know what to tell you, dude.
Crazier things have happened. I watched them lose to Vanderbilt, and I watched them lose to Oklahoma with Jackson Darnold at quarterback. I thought that was the craziest thing last year. So I think you can lose to Georgia and Auburn, my man, your biggest rival, and then a team.
Georgia, yes, that was the perfect trap game. Yes. Yes. But as far as Auburn and Georgia, no,
I can see
that does not happen.
I really.
So you got Alabama having 3 losses, Tyler?
I do.
I just don't.
They're still a great team, and you'll probably still make the playoff.
Yeah, they're still a good
team.
I
don't see 3 losses on that regular season schedule.
You're gonna beat Florida State. You're gonna beat Louisiana Monroe. You're gonna beat Wisconsin. You're gonna lose to Georgia. You're gonna beat Vanderbilt. You're gonna beat the absolute snot out of Vanderbilt. You're gonna make them wish they never talked any trash to you. You're gonna beat Mizzou, Tennessee. This one could go. This is the flip flop to me. Is the South Carolina? It could go either way, but it is at South Carolina. I think at this point, Beamer will be fighting for it. We'll get into Beamer here in a minute. LSU, I think you win this year, and I'm not gonna pick LSU against you like I've done before, Kobe. Oklahoma, and then I got EIU. Who is that? Eastern Illinois.
Eastern Illinois.
Yeah. There you go. I got you winning that one. So there's you. Throw you a bone, and then I got you losing to Auburn.
Throw your bone.
Hold on. So is the Auburn game not in Tuscaloosa?
It's in Auburn. At Auburn.
It's in Auburn this year. Mm-hmm. I'm still not even worried about that. You mean to tell me?
But every year, go back and look at the scores.
Beat Alabama, but LSU.
You go. I'm going with a coin flip because one year you beat them bad. Listen, one year you beat them bad. The next year they at least keep it close. One of these, they're going to end up getting one of them, and I don't know. I'm just going to pick this to be the year.
When's the last time Auburn's beaten Alabama?
It's been like 6 years.
It's been a minute.
It's been like 6 years, something like that. But every other year they at least keep it close.
All I know is 2023 they should have lost. Good Lord have mercy.
Georgia versus Bama is a better coin toss than Bama versus Auburn. Jackson, am I crazy?
You're not
okay. I was just making sure.
I don't think it's much of a coin toss in that one. I think the Auburn one's more of a coin toss.
So you mean to tell me going 1-9 against Alabama in the last 10 meetings is not a coin toss?
I guess I should base everything off the past.
It's been repeating, and it hasn't stopped. I'm
not gonna base it off the past, man. This is a new day and age. This is a new year. I'm gonna.
It's different. Football's different now.
Whatever you want to call it with Georgia and Bama, but Auburn, I'm not entertaining that. I can't entertain.
All right, so we've talked about Alabama. We've talked about Texas. Jackson, is there a team you want to throw in as a favorite?
Well, I do want to go on the record and say I hate following up Kobe because me and him had the exact same SEC championship.
I knew you would.
I had the exact same one, but so the other two teams, because I'm kind of in the mode of I've got a top four that I think is pretty clearly better than the rest of the SEC, and then I've kind of got two teams in the middle, and then I couldn't see the rest. The other two teams I have with Alabama and Texas is Georgia and LSU. I'm going to trust Georgia. I have questions, especially on offense. Like I'm not a big Gunnar Stockton believer. I don't know about the running back room. I've watched every game Zachariah Branch has played the past 2 years. I'll see it when I believe it. And then the offensive line, I don't know about it. I think the defense will be awesome. I'm not worried about that. But
yeah,
I've got questions on the offense, and I mean like questions like Georgia problems. Like it's like their questions are pretty nominal to everybody else's. But
what's your question on the offensive line? Like if they're going to be able to block this year or what?
Georgia's offensive line? That's my biggest question.
Yeah, like
so we lost. They were terrible.
Yeah,
the offensive line was terrible, and then we lost those guys. I mean, I just don't see how we can get worse than last year.
Because you still got the same offensive line coach, and he's not going to make any adjustments whatsoever, and that's the exact reason why Notre Dame beat y'all.
Yeah.
All right. We shall see, my man.
Honest to God, Gunnar Stockton is not my biggest question mark about Georgia. I know who Gunnar Stockton is. I've been following that kid since Rabin County High School. I think he can be a good game manager. I really do. Like, maybe not as experienced as Stetson Bennett, but the skill set is similar.
I think he's going to be very similar to how Stetson was. Yeah, like 2021 Stetson. I really do think it's going to be like him.
No, but I think he can be a game manager. That offensive line is the reason y'all weren't good last year, minus the wide receiver drops. You still got the same offensive line coach, and I just don't see there being much of a difference there. Like unless they just made some off-season development that I just don't know about.
I think that's what we're going to see. I really do. I think that's what we're going to see.
And then also the wide receiver position.
The wide receiver position had a complete overhaul, and it's not just Zachariah Branch that was brought in.
I don't know that you have again. I watched Branch past 2 years. Like he was a good gadget player at USC.
And he's not the only one we brought in.
I know, but Noah Thomas wasn't that great at bait.
Noah Thomas wasn't. I don't even think he was wide receiver 3 or 4.
Noah Thomas is going to be solid for us, I think, and Colby Young's going to be back. Y'all got to remember that one. Colby Young
is going to be good.
Yes. Colby Young was doing really good actually.
Is that the kid from Miami that got in trouble?
Yes, and he was dealing with a hamstring all last year. When he was in, he was actually pretty freaking solid. All right, then on top of that, you got C.J. Wiley coming in, Talon Taylor coming in, 2 5-star wide receivers. All right, I mean there's so many different things, man. Oscar Dell, Lawson Lucky coming back. Are we going to be able to run the ball? I think we're going to be better than last year. Obviously, it doesn't. Like I told y'all, it's not going to be worse. Last year, we won the whole conference without being able to run the ball, with having a crappy offensive line, with inconsistent quarterback play, with no wide receivers that could catch. If you tell me we can win a conference with all those deficiencies, and then you give me another year where you actually upgrade pretty much at all of them, you get a year of experience underneath them, how are you telling me that team is worse? I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
Teams around you are better. Like last year was the most down SEC I've seen in a while. Like there was a reason they hadn't had a team in the national title in 2 years. Like it's just been down. Texas was good, but we talked about their flaws. It showed up against Ohio State. Bama obviously had problems. Their highs were as good as anybody's, but they obviously had a really low floor. LSU's bottom fell out at the end of the season. Tennessee got absolutely destroyed by Ohio State.
I lost to Ole Miss.
So I want to know this then. So what teams have got exponentially better than us?
Yes.
I think Alabama, is going to be much better and much more consistent.
Okay.
LSU has any semblance of a top 50 defense, they're already better than what they were last year.
They'll get better. It's hard to get worse from that. Where did Alabama get better? Besides switching a quarterback? I don't understand that.
Jackson, I'll let you answer this.
I think the QB is going to be a huge part of it because, again, when they lost, it was with the inconsistency of Jalen Milroe. As good as he could be at times.
Then why didn't you take him out and put him in there?
Because when you're a first-year coach and you are following up the greatest coach of all time in Nick Saban, the biggest thing you can do in year one is keep the locker room together the best you can. you don't just put Milroe to the wayside whenever he was a part of the big reason why you were able to keep a lot of your players, even though you lost 40 more in the portal.
Yeah. So politics. It's all politics.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
and again, Milroe's best was really, really good.
I think that was the best decision DeBoer could have made. You don't lose that locker room in year one. You
just lose games.
Yeah, that's what it takes.
So wait a minute. Let me get this straight. So we've got two teams that have got exponentially better than Georgia. We got Alabama.
I don't know how you can say
LSU.
I really don't know.
You want to say Texas? Are y'all adding Texas to the mix?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, so
I think
we
they're
have three teams.
Yes.
But we're not sure that
I don't think
Georgia's
they're better.
exponentially better in areas. Like you think the offensive line will be better.
We're not sure Georgia's going to be better than what they were last
year. I think Drew Bobo's going to do a better job than Jared Wilson. I think Monroe Freeland coming back and being healthy at left tackle is going to be fine. Moving Ernest Green to right tackle is going to be fine. Michael Morris, you got other guys on the offensive line. We got dudes rotating in. I think we're going to be better there. I just listed out all the wide receivers, pass catchers we done brought in. I don't see how you get worse. Then at running back, you're going to have Nate Frazier. You know, there are some questions with him with his fumbling. I will give you that. Roderick Robinson, if he can stay healthy. Bo Walker coming in. They're actually been saying really good things about him in camp. I think he's going to be actually freaking legit. I don't understand it. Carson Beck really wasn't that great for us, man. Like we
I think he's a lot better than you gave him credit for.
I think he's better than Gunnar Stockton.
I think he was absolutely like so irritating to watch sometimes. The way he did some things.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here.
And Kobe, don't jump on the Carson Beck train. I can't say nothing. I can't say nothing about the play calling. You're correct. Off it, the weapons. You're right. They couldn't make it. Yes, you're right. And I've gone through that. We've done upgraded in that area.
But what makes you think Gunnar Stockton's going to be better than whatever? I mean, like Beck entered last year as like a top 5 pick and the Heisman favorite. I mean,
and then he didn't play like it.
Same thing. I'm gonna ask you.
He did sometimes.
If Gunner's better than Carson, why didn't you bench Carson?
Right.
No, I'm not arguing that he's better. I'm not arguing that he's better. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm really not. But I'm just going to tell you right now.
Downgrade at the quarterback position.
I think if anything, it may be a lateral move.
I think
because I think you can. I'm being so serious. I think you just bring in a guy. I'm being for real. I think he can use his legs. I'm serious.
Time out. This is the mistake that I've already seen. You have to remember that one quarterback could potentially fit better for a system than another.
Really?
Yes, you're right.
Really?
Well, look, I agree. Carson Beck is and it wouldn't surprise me. Watch Carson Beck probably go to Miami and have a really good season. Wouldn't surprise me.
I don't think Carson Beck is what he was at this point last year. I think he's not the same dude. Look at the elbow injury. Look at where he's at. Well, I think y'all got the best version of Carson Beck that we're ever going to see.
Okay, fine by that. But I think probably in the conference that he's playing and with the team that he's on, he probably could have a better year.
Oh, yeah, he'll win games in the ACC. That ain't hard.
He won games at Georgia.
I know he was, but you have to look at the.
It wasn't because of him, man. He gave the ball. He gave the ball up left and right. He tried to give that Texas game away, just throwing right to him, my man. The defense won everything because of it was literally all of our success was based on that defense. Man.
Remember the Kentucky game?
We would literally snatch victory out of the jaws of defeat every game because we had no business winning them.
This is a two-parter because I know where you're going to go with this. Torres, give me your top 5 quarterbacks in the country right now.
Top 5?
Just no particular order. Give me your top 5 quarterbacks in the country right now.
That's what I'm thinking. Well, Archie's going to be obviously in the top 5.
Nussmeier's in there, probably.
What'd
you say, Nussmeier?
Nussmeier
from LSU?
For LSU?
Yeah, LSU's. His ain't bad.
His ain't bad. What about the quarterback from dang it, I went blank. We just talked about him. South Carolina. He could definitely be up there in the top 5.
That's 2.
Sellers, yeah, I can see him.
Sellers.
Klubnik ain't bad. I like Klubnik.
Yeah.
I'm not as high on Klubnik.
Klubnik or Alar. I'm not high on either one of those.
I like the guy from Arizona State last year, Levitt.
Is there any good Pac-12 quarterbacks?
Are you not throwing DJ Lagway in the top 5?
I haven't seen enough. I haven't seen enough of.
If we're gonna throw Arch Manning in there, I think we got to throw DJ.
Yeah, if you're gonna put Arch Manning in there, are you gonna put DJ Lagway in there?
I'm going 6-0 and beat
y'all can. I'll let y'all.
Yeah, okay, let's throw him in there. Then.
I haven't seen enough.
Okay, that's all I needed to hear. So if you said you're just throwing DJ Lagway in there, you're saying he's just arguably a top 5 quarterback in the country this year, correct?
I have to do a lot more research on that because
I'm just asking.
Right now,
you said we just got to throw
debate on the top 5.
Arguably, DJ Lagway an arguable top 5 quarterback in the country going into this year.
Probably could make a case. You probably could. Make a case.
Great. Did you know that out of every 21 attempts that DJ Lagway had last year, he threw a pick? But out of every 37 attempts that Carson Beck threw, he threw a pick? That's a 14 pass attempt differential between DJ Lagway and Carson Beck. You just said that DJ Lagway is arguably a top 5 quarterback going into this year, but I'm listening to y'all sit here and dog.
You didn't hear. Somebody re-roll the tape and tell me when I said DJ Lagway was a top 5 quarterback.
What are we
Jackson, did I say DJ Lagway was a top 5? I said y'all can do that. I'm not touching it.
All right, here's a good question for you. How many SEC teams does Gunnar Stockton start for? Honestly.
I think he starts. I think
in
Mississippi State
right now.
But you know,
Mizzou, Diego. Yeah. I mean, they can't make that change. He's just going to prove it, y'all.
Does Gunnar start over Taylor Green at Arkansas right now?
But see, this was the same thing that was said about Stinson. They said, "Well, who else was Stinson play for him?"
Let him do it. Let him do it. It's all good.
I'm about to say
it's all good.
Y'all said about Stinson, okay, because he fits the.
They're just gonna let him sleep on it.
Look, I know it might sound crazy. Go ahead, Jackson.
Well, I was just going to say, this is what I was afraid of. If we doubt Gunnar Stockton, well, you remember when you doubted Stetson Bennett. I don't think it's the same thing, though. And, I mean, there was
I think they're very similar players. I think they're very similar players.
But, I mean, I will say, in 2020, Stetson was kind of bad. I mean, he was the reason they lost that Alabama game. He lost them that Florida game. And Stetson got better. I'm not, trying to dog Stetson.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not a given that Gunnar Stockton's going to step in there and do that.
It's not a given. Gunnar Stockton has the number 1 defense in the country for 2 years in a row.
Right.
No, you're right. It's not a given, but I at least can depend.
It's not a given that Gunnar Stockton
experience.
has Todd Monken as his OC.
Brother, there's no better experience than coming in the second half down in the game after you just threw one of the worst interceptions probably in the history of the SEC championship game, and to come back and still win that game. There's no better experience than that. Then to go the next round, and your first round you lost to Notre Dame. That experience is only going to get better for him. Plus, with him starting off the season, yes, he started off with
got
Clemson.
some cupcakes.
He started off with Clemson. That's not no. I mean, yeah, Tennessee Tech.
Wait. We don't have Clemson.
No,
this year.
who starts
off
with
Marshall, Austin Peay, and we're going to be fine there. That's 2 cupcakes.
Austin Peay at Tennessee. He don't get his first true game to at Tennessee, then the bye week. At least he'll get his feet underneath him. And then he'll play Alabama at home, which is a better place for him to play than to go on the road and play.
All right, here's another fun one. Does Georgia Tech have a quarterback advantage in this year's game?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
I know you don't
say they had the quarterback advantage in last game, too. Yes.
Oh, so that quarterback last year was better than Beck? Okay.
He played better than Beck in the game.
Yeah, he played better than Beck. Hey, you're right. He did play better than Beck. At home, we were down 17-0 at halftime to Georgia Tech. You think that was because of our defense? So giving us 17 points? No, it's because of how bad our offense was playing. It had to require our defense to do so much more. Our offense was not good. Look, and I'm not only going to put that on Beck. I'm going to put part of it on the guy that we got coming back. Mike Bobo. And don't even get me thought on Mike Bobo.
That's the worst part of it. That's the worst part. Y'all can hang that over my head all you want. That I will agree with you all day is the Bobo thing. That's the only thing I'll probably agree with you on.
He's awful.
But
besides that, I can trust the experience. I can trust what we have coming back. I can trust the additions that we brought in. I would trust more on experience than I can give on, well, you can't guarantee he's going to be good. No, you cannot. But I also can't guarantee he'll be worse than what we had last year either. So, I'll take my chances.
But all I'm saying is in those 2 games, I mean, I'll give Stockton all the credit in the world for helping them come back beat Texas.
They're 2 different players. They're 2 different players, Jackson.
He was bad.
They're 2 different players. They're 2 different players.
He was.
They're going to be. They've even talked about in the media days about his legs, using his legs, like he's been doing that in this fall camp. Something that he has not done that Beck didn't do.
That Notre Dame team was good, man. I know a lot of
and we didn't play well.
If you want
who has a better quarterback than Alabama or Georgia?
Huh?
Who has a better quarterback room, Alabama or Georgia? That
Who
was
y'all got again?
everything I need to know.
Y'all got the white guy, Simpson.
Who has a better quarterback room, Alabama?
Who else do you have? Ty Simpson and who?
Ty Simpson, 5-star. Keelan Russell, 4-star transfer from Ryan Grubb's offense at Washington. Austin Mack.
I'll get Keelan Russell. I'll go with that. I'll say y'all got it.
I mean, you know my answer.
Yeah, I'll go with Alabama. I'll give you Alabama. I'll give you Alabama on that.
But that's not the only deciding.
But I'm not going to gas up Simpson. I'm going to have to see that one.
Because who has a better offensive line, Georgia or Bama this year?
I mean, we can go down the line the same way with Texas last year. Well, what did Georgia have better than Texas in some of those areas besides the
I know Caden Proctor, and that's it. I know Caden Proctor, and that's it.
You're right. We didn't beat Bama, but by God, y'all about
it's easy to refer back to that cop out. That is a cheap cop out. I'm sitting there asking you, going into this year, who has a better offensive line?
I don't know anybody outside of Caden Proctor is what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know these other guys. I'm sitting here trying to look at them. I don't know. I know Michael Carroll, the freshman coming in. I like him, but I don't know if he's starting.
That's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking.
I can't tell you then. What I'm trying to say is I have to know these people. I don't know them like that, dog. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If I could give you an answer, but I don't. It wouldn't be substantial.
Georgia or Bama this year?
Ooh, now that one we get tighter on.
No,
you got Ryan Williams, but really,
that's all I needed to know.
I'm buying in.
You want to? That's all I need.
I'm buying in on my guys. I really am on that. I think depth wise, we got y'all beat.
That's all I
really do.
Right
Isaiah Horton would be.
We got to move on. We got to keep this pushing.
We're going to see how this works. All right. So if Georgia's in the top of the list, I got them going 11-1. There you go.
I think
one loss. One loss to Auburn.
11-1. That's ooh.
Kobe's gonna come at 8-4.
No,
11-1.
I got Georgia going 10-2. I mean, I got Georgia. Like, here's the thing:
you got them losing to
this year, but
you got them losing to who? Alabama and Texas. I'm guessing. Yeah. There you go. Texas is going to have to prove it to me, y'all. That's all I got to say.
Georgia's going to have to prove it.
If you can't beat the worst Georgia team that we've had in years,
if y'all can't beat the worst Bama team that we've had in over 15 years, I'm sorry. It's the same concept.
Let me ask you this: when the last time we lost at home?
2019.
When's the last time you played Bama at home? So what?
It's been since then.
That's right. That's
what I'm saying. So
since y'all get to duck Bama at home.
Duck Bama. I'm sure Torres. We ducked them. We made that schedule up. We ducked them at home.
Did Bama walk into Atlanta, Georgia, and take over the state? How many times have we seen it?
Brother,
since the last time Bama came to Athens?
You know how that actually works.
No, that's a home game. That's a 45-minute drive. You go straight through Palmer and go down 441. That's a home game for you, buddy.
You probably got more Alabama fans than Georgia fans than Warner Robins. Don't lie to yourself. You know how that works.
I'm not worried about them. I'm sitting there asking you. The same questions that Georgia has, you can say Bama has. So whenever you got the same questions, here's my thinking. Okay, who's got the more talented roster? I think it's Bama. I think it's a no-brainer this year. In a lot of categories outside of maybe defensive line, maybe. I
think you got us beat at one of the safety spots.
We got you beat at every safety spot. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, KJ Bolden's
John Sabb and Bray Hubbard. Oh my God!
KJ Bolden's a beast.
He's a beast, but he's not better than Keon Sabb or Bray Hubbard. That's
linebacker. We got you beat.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do. Raylan Wilson, C.J. Allen, Chris Cole.
Nakai Hill
we got
Green.
You beat there.
No.
Defensive line. We got you. I think I'll take our defense. I really will. I'll take our defense over y'all's.
Oh, okay.
I'll take our tight ends over y'all's. I'll take our wide receivers over y'all's. Offensive line, I would take them over y'all because I don't know y'all's guys outside of Proctor. That's all I do.
I don't know where this is coming. Then you just
the receiver one.
What I know,
I guess I don't know what
the receiver one is just depth, bro. Ryan Williams is a better wide receiver than we have on the whole thing. But outside of that, like I really do think we got some guys. I don't know him. I really don't know who. Where is he like?
He transferred.
Jeremy Bernard put up more stats than Zach Branch did at USC.
Miami.
Yeah.
Isaiah Horton 6'4" from Miami.
Yeah, and Horton would have been Miami's number one receiver this year. Like it kind of.
Well, that's the ACC.
And both of them did better than what Zach Branch put up last year. Sorry, or what Noah Thomas.
Jackson's face that I said that. There's gonna be a dude. Miami was gonna be decimated anyways.
I just don't understand how you have these questions about Bama, but Georgia's got the same questions and a less.
I don't really know. The only question I really have, man, like I'm giving you respect to your defense. I just think mine's better. All right, and I'll give you respect to other places. I just think mine's better outside of quarterback. I'll give you quarterback. That's
so
all
y'all's wide receiver room is better than ours.
I like it. There you go.
All right, that's it. Move on to the next thing.
Move on to the next one. All right. Anybody else for favorites? We're done on that. We're about to move on to flops.
So who do we say? Texas, Georgia, Bama. Is that?
Bama.
I would throw LSU.
Don't you do it. Well, I've been trying to talk to you all. See, all right, let's get into it.
LSU, I got 9-3. What do you got, Kobe?
You said what?
I got them 9-3.
Who? LSU?
Yeah.
I think at best 9-3, more possibly 8-4.
I only got them losing to Clemson in week 1, Bama, and Oklahoma.
My point is just from a pure talent perspective, they can play with anybody they play.
We've said that every year about them for the last 4 years.
I get it. I'm just saying in terms
Kobe is correct.
It could click this year. It could always be the year. I'm not predicting it. I'm just saying it could.
So you can see them easily.
Read my words carefully.
So I can see them pick up a game that they don't supposed to win, and I can also see them drop a game that they're supposed to.
Yeah, correct.
So, that's the thing. I'm looking at it. I can see a 9-3. That at Ole Miss, man. I know, like some people don't.
Also, we haven't talked enough about Ole Miss.
That's the thing. I would sleep going.
I'm not as big on them this year.
I'm not saying I'm big on them by any means. I'm not saying
I still have them finishing 9-3. I do have them finishing 9-3.
Ole Miss is going to be a difficult team to play this year.
I got them losing to LSU, Georgia, and Oklahoma.
They're always a difficult team to play, but they can never just level up.
I don't know if LSU beats them on the road because they're going to be coming in hot. They're going to win their first.
It's going to be a toss-up.
That team last year was so talented, and they lose so much from it. And I think this year's portal talent just wasn't very good. And for a team that just depends on the portal, I just think
Pyburn from Florida was pretty good, right?
I'm talking about Ole Miss.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about LSU.
I was talking about Ole Miss. I thought we were off LSU.
No, you're good. Go ahead. I'm going to look at it.
I was just saying Ole Miss in general. Like I have to see Austin Simmons before I buy into some of the hype with him.
They do have a lot of transfers.
That's what I'm saying. I just think the portal talent this year was. I'm downgrading a lot of portal heavy teams this year. I just think you had to use portal a lot. Not that mainly for starters. Like if you get some for depth, like that's fine. But like Ole Miss is going to be dependent on a lot of transfers this year. And again, you're losing Walter Nolan, you're losing Jared Ivey. Like they had the best pass rush in the SEC, if I'm not mistaken, right? At least numbers wise.
Let me run this by y'all, and I think this is the biggest determining factor with LSU, and I think it has been for the last couple of years because I've been accurate as far as LSU for the last couple of years. I will take credit on that. I will stand on that. I'm the only one that has not overhyped LSU for the last.
You were down on them when we were up. You're right.
Here is the issue with LSU, and I thought this might have been the kicker last year, but it definitely is this year. Do you know how many playoff games Brian Kelly won at Notre Dame?
Oh, I saw that stat.
Okay, and I also
no. Answer my question.
Tell it. I can't remember, but I know it.
How many?
0.
How many has Marcus Freeman won?
Just
answer it. Just answer
it. I saw it.
Okay.
Does
Brian Kelly have a better roster at LSU in the last 3 years than he ever had at Notre Dame? Yes or no?
I think so.
Talent roster, pound for
pound.
Probably.
Yes.
Oh,
harder schedule, but better
but more talent and Jackson knows this more than anybody. He has had more recruiting resources in the last 4 years.
Correct.
Okay, look at the playoff losses though. 2018, they lost to Clemson, one of the greatest teams of all time. Bama got smoked by that team. So, Notre Dame was not going to win that game.
Clock it.
Bama 2020, one of the greatest college football teams of all time. Anybody was going to get smoked by Bama that year. Marcus Freeman beat Indiana. Like, it's not the same. Like, I'm just saying. Like, I think Marcus Freeman's a great coach.
He beat Georgia. He beat Penn State, right?
Yes, he beat those two teams. Yes,
you were very high on Penn State.
You got to give credit where it's due.
Teams were as good as the teams Brian Kelly had to play.
You're correct. I'll give you that much too. There could be truths in both of them.
And
I will take those Alabama teams over Penn State, over Indiana, over the Georgia team from last year.
I'm not finna.
That's the worst Georgia team we've had in years.
I'm not just finna discredit what it is. Brian Kelly has had better recruiting resources, more talented teams, and to be quite frank, he has underachieved. I think,
but the context does matter a little bit, though.
I'm sorry. You cannot have a team with Garrett Nussmeier, Barry and Brown. Who else do they got? Aaron Anderson this year. Got, Caleb Durham kid at running back.
Yeah, I like Durham.
You have a talented, fast, athletic offense.
Yeah.
Like I said, if their defense can even be a top 50 defense this year, they have already improved from what they were last year.
Yeah.
Here's the issue. Again, for the third year in a row, is their defense going to live up to what they're supposed to be? I don't see it happening because I haven't seen enough changes. I just haven't.
Yeah. It'll be tough.
I can't.
Pyburn coming in. I mean, you still got freaking – who's the linebacker we all love? Harold what's his name? Harold
Perkins coming back off injury. Like, I don't know.
West Weeks and Whit Weeks. Maybe they're pretty good. I mean, one of them was good. I know that.
The guys they took in the transfer portal in the secondary good. Mansour Delane from Virginia Tech is a really good player.
What about Tamarcus Cooley?
Now, him I don't know as much about, but A.J. Halsey from Houston is a really good player.
Okay. So has LSU done anything different?
Sadir Mitchell from Texas
in the last 8 months than they've done in the last 3 years.
No, I'm just saying I base everything on the talent you put on the field. I don't factor in as much in the past, which is why I'm not scared about Penn State like everybody else is. Like, it's just their roster's really good. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
That's my thing. I think they're going to go 9-3. I don't think they're going to be in the SEC title game. I'm just saying, like, from a talent perspective, they're as good as anybody in the conference.
Last one I got going 9-3 is A&M.
I got.
They're gonna beat San Antonio. They're gonna beat Utah. Yeah, I told y'all the only three losses I had them. Yeah, Fair Notre Dame, LSU, Texas. That's the only other favorite one I think I could pick out. So let's transition over to the flops. Jackson, you said you had a flop on the books. What you got?
South Carolina. It was just for the reason you were talking about it. I think South Carolina's going to be good. I think Lenore Sellers could be the number one pick in the draft next year. Dylan Stewart's awesome. South Carolina doesn't recruit at a high enough level where you can have – I mean, they had like double-digit guys at the NFL Combine. That's hard to replace. Kyle Kennard was the SEC Defensive Player of the Year. He's gone. Nick Emanuwari, he's gone. Who's South Carolina's best receiver? I mean, you can say Nick Harbor, but, I mean –
And that's not a great thing.
Gone. Their offensive line, I've got questions about. Like,
is Juice Wells still on that team?
No, he went to Ole Miss, remember? And then he just went to the – I think he's in the NFL now.
Yeah,
they get drafted.
And then the running back, they don't got Rocket Sanders anymore. Yeah, they got some guy from I don't even know where the guy's from.
To me, if South Carolina's in playoff contention, it's because Lenore Sellers is the best player in the country. Like, if you think
he's going to be a Heisman guy
playoff, I would buy you a Lenore Sellers.
And Dylan Stewart and Dylan Stewart.
And Dylan Stewart's awesome.
He's a game wrecker. He's a Will. He can take
the grad transfer they got coming in at running back is coming from Snow College.
Yeah,
so there you go.
That kind of talent to the draft, unless it's Georgia, Ohio State, Texas, those teams that just where it's the guys coming in and the talent that's coming in. South Carolina doesn't do that. And
but we've also seen Shane Beamer win a lot of games where he was out talented on paper.
Okay, if we want to talk about like ups and downs, like remember when Shane Beamer went 8-4, they smoked Clemson and Tennessee. They kept Tennessee out that one year. Yeah. Then what they do? They went 5-7.
Yeah,
like we talked about, and then what they do after they went 5-7? You had the year you had last year. South Carolina's a tough job just because.
Who did they upset again last year? Y'all remind me.
Recollect
my memory.
Did they beat LSU?
No, they lost.
They beat A&M.
A&M.
They should have. They got screwed against LSU. I will tell you that.
Yeah, they did. That was a terrible call in that.
They got hosed. They beat A&M, but then we can crack on A&M and say that really wasn't.
Did South Carolina beat Florida last year?
They didn't play them.
They would have though.
Do they play this year?
I don't think so because it's the
South Carolina does not play Florida.
No.
That's good.
I got them starting off.
I got South Carolina and Florida. Like I got South Carolina and Florida on an even playing field. I think they're pretty much the same team.
I think
I got them both at 7-5.
I think Florida's ceiling is much higher. I just think they have better talent all around.
I got them both finishing 7-5.
Yes, but we won't get an accurate read on how good they actually are simply because of the schedule. Like
Florida.
They could go 6-6, and they can go 9-3 and be the same team. Just because
how you got them.
That's just how their schedule is.
South Carolina has to start the season well because their middle stretch is at LSU, Oklahoma, Alabama, at Ole Miss, at Texas A&M, and Clemson.
They're going to get beat up. That's why I told you. Like, I think Lenore Sellers could be hurt by the end of that year. Like, he's going to have to do so much, and they're going to get beat up in that middle portion, man.
I love Sellers. It'll be a fun team. I would be shocked if they're as good as they were last year.
Yeah. I will tell you this much about Florida. They have a lot of people returning. Like, they didn't bring in a whole lot of transfers. That could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. I don't know.
Florida, like, talent isn't a question for me. I think this is the most talented team Napier's had at Florida. It's just
who do you like?
What, on their team?
Yeah, we all like Lagway, right?
They probably got the top freshman in the SEC to watch in Dallas Wilson at wide receiver. I mean, he's one of those ones.
I like the transfer from UCLA, the start event guy. He's pretty good.
They have
Eugene Wilson, solid.
What's his name? Jaden Baugh, the running back, I think. He's a 6'2", 230 type guy.
I don't know much about him. I'm going to be honest.
Their defense, I think their defense is improved. It's still questionable, but I think it's better than what they've had. This is talent-wise, Florida could be 8-4, and I think that's an improvement. But because their schedule is the way it is, if they go 7-5, that doesn't surprise me either.
Yeah.
Like, they got a gauntlet of a schedule. Like,
if everything clicks right for Florida, their ceiling is pretty high.
If everything clicks, 9-3, 10-2, in a playoff spot.
I mean, they're one of the few times they could have the best player in the country. Maybe. I'm not saying they do. I'm just saying
on the total flip side of it, I've been needing to get Torres's opinion on this. My biggest flop is Tennessee.
Well, I mean,
75.
Look. I'm not a Tennessee fan by the slightest, and they absolutely could flop, and I would love for them to flop. But just looking at like some of the things that they handled, maybe I looked at the way that what's the head coach's name? I can't think of his name right now. Heupel. They had a player that was obviously asking for way too much money.
Boo Carter.
Say it again.
Was it Boo Carter?
I think it was Boo Carter. Yes, that's right. And he knelt that completely in the bud. And
was it Nico you're talking about?
I think it wasn't Nico. No, it was Nico. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
it
was Nico.
It was Nico. Yeah.
What happened with the Boo Carter stuff?
Boo Carter went to California or something like that and didn't tell the team, and he was just gone and basically not answering the coach's phone calls. I don't know what it was about.
He pulled a Jamie Newman.
Money or what?
You say he pulled a Jamie Newman. That's what happened with him at Georgia. Well, like I said, when I'm looking at their schedule now, yes, you got the Georgia game, but in between that, which they do play Georgia at home. I don't think they lose. I don't think Georgia loses that game, but I think we see a good showing. And then you got UAB at Mississippi State, bye week, Arkansas, then at Bama. Then you got at Kentucky, Oklahoma, by New Mexico, at Florida Vandy. I see them at best losing 4 games, maybe 3. All right. I see them losing to Bama and Georgia, but the other game that could be 50-50 to me is maybe the Florida game and that Oklahoma game. With the Oklahoma game at home.
Syracuse.
I could see them, if they lose to Syracuse, they get 4 losses. But if they don't lose to Syracuse, they're probably going to have 3. And they could probably be in contention depending on some of those flip-flops towards the end of the season. So, I mean, I wouldn't sleep on Tennessee entirely.
Tennessee's passing game, is it anything better than what it was last year?
Mm-mm. And the run game won't be there. You have to have
the run game won't be there either. Yeah. Okay, that's exactly why.
But don't worry, they paid $2 million, $3 million for David Sanders. He's going to save the team, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't worry.
I don't know if they can do it this year. They downgraded at quarterback.
Now, next year,
their number one corner is gone for the year because of injury. I just don't see a world where Tennessee's better this year.
Next year, they got a stud coming in at quarterback. That Brandon Faison guy.
Frazier kid, he's nice.
Yeah, he's free. He's nice. Going to be awesome. That kid's going to be good. If they can keep him, which they should be able to do. They got the funds to do it.
Yeah.
The flops I had.
I don't think Tennessee's going to be a good team this year. I see them going 7-5. Real case scenario.
That's what I.
That's a good. I think that's solid for them.
No,
they're not going to be happy with that. Torres. They're not going. They were just in the college football playoff.
You're going to have that one section of the fan base that was like, well, dang, maybe if we just paid Nico, we at least go 8-4 and not 7-5. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I can see that. I can hear that.
You're danged if you do, danged if you don't this year. That's what I'm saying. Unless you just outperform all expectation.
Yeah. I don't know if you could consider Missouri or Vanderbilt flops, but I mean, I do think they're going to take a step back. I got Missouri going 6-6. I got Vanderbilt going 5-7. I think technically Vanderbilt might, technically reach that criterion of a flop because of just how much success they had last year. But
is that really a flop?
Based on
know.
Tyler's prediction, Auburn is certainly a flop if we're going by Tyler's standards of them. I got
9-3, man.
I got Auburn finishing bottom 4 of the SEC this year.
Wow. At what? What's the standing you got them at? What's the wins loss
record? All right. So I either got Arkansas. I think Arkansas finishes last in the SEC. No,
I got Kentucky and Mississippi State.
I forgot Kentucky, Mississippi State, Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it's between Vanderbilt and Auburn.
And Mizzou and Florida.
I think
I'm not putting Florida in that. I'm not putting Florida in that conversation.
I think Missouri will have a better record just because they're scheduled.
They're going 6-6 from my point of view.
Yeah,
I got them losing to Kentucky, which I know is crazy sounding.
No.
South Carolina, Bama, Auburn, and let's see here, and then A&M and Oklahoma. So I think I listed out 6 just then. Yeah. There you go. But I don't know. That's what I had. I don't know if that's a flop or not. But who do you have Auburn losing to? You said, or who do you have them, or what do you have them winning? What do you have them losing in this?
Auburn maybe goes 6-6 and makes a bowl game. Like I don't expect anything more.
Okay. I feel like they're gonna beat Georgia this year. I don't know. I just really feel like
you're a little bit more superstitious than I am.
That place gives me that
letdown, bro.
It's that place, Jordan-Hare. We always F around and find.
Don't get me wrong, Auburn Jesus is real, but at least it was somebody like Gus Malzahn that was making it happen.
I don't feel.
You know what I mean, Brian Harsin, Hugh Freeze. I just don't see them making that kind of magic. I just don't.
I think they will.
I mean, the last
they barely had anything the other year.
We had to do a game-winning touchdown to Brock Bowers, but I still found a way.
Do what?
I said we had a game-winning touchdown to Brock Bowers. He made a phenomenal play
against Auburn.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. We had 4th and 31 with Milrose.
Yeah, so I already know about that.
You see what I'm saying? It's just it always comes down to that, and then we'll screw around and.
But that 4th and 31 was freaking. That was at home for y'all last year.
No,
not last year. That was a couple years ago.
4th and 31 was 2 years ago when we were at Jordan-Hare.
That's right. It was.
Prayer of Jordan-Hare.
I don't know why. That's right.
Yeah. Well,
what was last year? Y'all blew them out last year, right?
They blew them out. That's what I'm saying. We're following the trend. Close.
Well, when
massacre,
it was 28-14. Wasn't too much of a blowout when they beat them.
This is just not the year Auburn beats Georgia and Bama. I'm sorry. Like I don't know how else to say that. Mm-hmm. If you believe otherwise, I need whatever you think.
Crazy things happen, man. I don't know. I'm gonna roll with it. I'm gonna pick some craziness. Anything else y'all want to say here about the SEC before we close this thing out? No.
Last thing, I got a question.
Go ahead.
Does the SEC make a rebound? Are they going to be known as? I'll just end this. Will the SEC have a team in the national championship?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right. 2 years removed, and we didn't have one. So let's see.
The real question is, does Ohio State make it back to the Natty? I don't see that happening.
They're still very talented, but it's
talented.
Tough.
Sure. Now,
let me ask you this: could Bama have 2 teams in the Natty?
Bama?
Sorry. Could the SEC have 2 teams in the Natty?
Okay, I'm about to say, whoa.
All right. Could the SEC have 2 teams in the Natty?
Could they? Yes. Will they? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not.
I ain't gonna do it this year. I ain't gonna do it this year.
It could happen, but the odds are against it. So, yeah.
But the way the playoffs gonna play out, and they switched up some of the system, I don't know.
What did they switch up again?
They will not. I don't think the seeding.
Oh, the automatic locks.
Yeah, the automatic. Well,
yeah.
I don't think the seeding will give the conference champions get the top 4. That's not happening. If you number 3, you're number 3, even if you don't win your conference.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a lot.
Kobe, you got your wish on that one.
Yeah.
That was the most common sense thing they could have done.
Thank you.
That was a layup.
Bingo.
You're right.
But the only reason, maybe because I am ingrained into it, because just the way the NFL does it. Like you be the 4 seed if you're a 7-9, but you won your division. so you rightfully deserve to have the home game.
But see, the problem there is the NFL is an inferior system to college, so
that's true.
We can never do that.
Is it though?
For sure.
I mean, hold up now.
Is it though?
FCS does the same thing. The FCS does.
I'm about to say the FCS has had a playoff system that has been way more successful than what the garbage that we put out in the last couple of years.
That's the only one that has a mistake on their college system. Everybody else have it locked in, know how to do it correctly.
The FCS playoff is very well set up.
That's what I'm saying. That's true.
Well,
FCS definitely have that conference very well set up. You're right. You're right. They do. But North Dakota State keeps winning, so at the end, it's like it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. All right. Any other things, Jackson, Kobe?
I was just going to say, I mean, how many SEC teams in the playoffs is it? I mean, I would set the over-under probably at 3.5.
I would say 4.
3 or 4 it'll be.
How many we had last year? We had 3 last year?
4.
We had 3 last year?
There's going to be some 9-3 teams arguing to be in that somebody's going to get left out.
A 12-team playoff with 4 of them? Oh, boy.
If it gets close like it was last year, at most, probably 5 SEC teams make it.
I don't know. I don't think they're going to allow that.
There's just no chance, brother. I'm sorry. No chance.
They're not going to allow that.
Maybe a team with a tough schedule gets in. I'll believe it when I see it with the 9-3.
I have to see that.
They didn't do it last year, and Bama played a really tough schedule. And it also just depends on the losses. And I'm not going to open that can of worms again. I'm just saying,
You know how they go. How they lose, all that mess.
Who you lose to and how you lose is
that's right. And what time you lose to them.
Exactly.
Yep. All right. Well, this has been good. It's good to get everybody back again. Jackson, Kobe, thanks for joining. Torres, good to have you back again, man. So thank you to get all you guys out there. Thank you to everybody that tuned into the live stream. Everybody that's going to be listening to this on podcast. We're out there on Spotify, Apple Podcast, anywhere podcasts can be found. Appreciate you guys listening. And as always, we'll see you next time.
Boom, boom.
Yep.